Hi guys, welcome to Algebra 1. We're on lesson 48, conjunctions. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, I know I've heard conjunctions in English grammar. What is it doing in math? Well, remember in English grammar, a conjunction is something that combines two or more things, like two or more sentences or two or more subjects. Well, a conjunction is a combination of numbers. And let me show you what that is. So let's say, for example, look at this. I have x is greater than 5. This is showing all the numbers that are greater than 5. If I want to show all the numbers that are less than 10, I would write that as x is less than 10, because x includes all the numbers, any number that is less than 10. But if I wanted to write these together, I could just say x is less or greater than 5 and x is greater than 10. Excuse me, x is less than 10. But I could combine them into one expression, putting x in the middle. I could write that as x is greater than 5 and less than 10. Notice that my arrows, my inequality signs, face the same direction. We also have to be careful because we can reverse it in that we write the 10 first. But we have to make sure that our arrows still face the same direction and that they say the right thing. So if I wrote the 10 first, I still have to have the open end towards the 10 because the 10 is what's bigger, and here the open end towards the x then because the x is what's bigger than 5. If I didn't, if I had it the other way and it looked like this, if I just wrote the 10 over here and the 5 over here without changing the direction, I would have that x would be all the numbers that are greater than 10 but smaller than 5. No, there are no such numbers. So you have to make sure that it makes sense. Okay? So this is a conjunction. It's what joins the joining of two inequalities together. All right? And remember, whatever is bigger, that's what gets the open end. So x goes in the middle of a conjunction, and the arrows have to be going in the same direction. Whatever is bigger gets the open end. If I wanted to graph this conjunction, I'm showing that x is greater than 5. It's not equal to 5, but it's greater than 5. So I have a circle over the 5, and numbers greater than 5, so I know I'm going in that direction. And then this is x is less than 10. So I have an open circle over 10 to show that it doesn't include 10, but it starts at 10, and it's the numbers less than 10. So I go and I stop at each other. So this right here is a graph, is the graph showing all the numbers that are in between 5 and 10. Those are all the numbers that would satisfy this equation, that are greater than 5 but less than 10. Okay, so let's take a look at this problem right here. If I wanted to graph -2 is less than x, and x is less than or equal to 4. Well, I'm starting at -2. I'm going to use an open circle because 2 is not included. We know that because there's no line under the symbol. Then 4, positive 4, is our other number, and this is x is less than or equal to the positive 4. So we fill that bubble in because it's or equal to, so it includes 4. And then we just connect them because it's all the numbers in between. And that's what satisfies that conjunction. All right, let's write the conjunction for this particular statement. So I have -5 with a closed circle and an open circle over 0. So that means that I start with -5, and since my line moves towards the right, that means it's bigger numbers. So the x, it's greater than -5. So the -5 has the smaller end towards it, the x has the greater end towards it because the numbers are bigger than -5. But it also has to say or equal to because my circle is filled in. Now I have a 0 on the other side. All these numbers that are filled in here on the line, they are less than 0, smaller than 0. So x is less than 0. My circle here is not filled in, so I don't draw a line under it. So it is -5 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 0. Okay, I want you to look at the top of page 178 right before we do your practice. It says write the conjunction that designates the numbers that are greater than -1 and less than or equal to 5. So greater than -1, less than or equal to 5. Okay? So I'm going to write that over here. Start with -1. I want to show the numbers that are greater than. So the small n towards the 1, then we have our x. It says greater than -1. So this shows x is greater than -1. And less than or equal to 5. So the x, the numbers are less than, so small n towards the x, or equal to 5. And that's it. Okay, so try your practice. I know it's kind of a bit of like a brain twister, but you can do it. Okay guys, let's go over your practice. So letter A, graph on a number line. You need to graph -5 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 4. So you have the -5, it's less than x, so you have an open circle, it's not or equal to. And then with the 4, that one is or equal to. So that one is colored in. Then you connect the two. I'm going to connect it kind of under my number line. So that's what you should have, an open circle over -5 and a line connecting it to the 4, which is filled in. Okay, then letter B, -5 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than 4. So we have the same numbers, but this time it's reversed. We have a closed circle over 5 because 5 is included, and an open circle over 4. And then you have a line connecting the two. When you do it, by the way, you need to do it on a separate number line. I'm doing it on the same one just for time's sake. Then letter C is -7 is less than x, and x is less than -2. So for this one, you have an open circle over -7 and an open circle over -2. And you just connect them. Okay? All right, and lastly, it says in letter D, write the conjunction that describes the numbers that are greater than -4 and that are also less than or equal to 10. So for -4, it's the numbers that are greater than. So the small n has to go towards the -4 and bigger n towards the x because they're greater than x. Then the x is going to be less than or equal to 10. Okay? So that is how you would write a conjunction. Let me know if you have any problems. Go ahead and finish the rest of your lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.